Hey, it's Matt Webley here. You're going to love this video. It might be the best video I've ever created. So let's get started. This is my entire $12 million AI software business model in 30 minutes. That's going to be the struggle for me because I like to talk a lot. You can copy this by me, Matt Webley. So before I go on, I should say that I've been selling online for 25 years and I've made over $23 million in mostly my spare time. There's been a few years there where I worked hard, but most of it, I worked like a retired person. That's the truth of it. The AI SaaS business model is very recurring revenue. It's very passive. I've not done anything in my businesses now, my SaaS businesses for many years now. 5 years plus, I've probably not worked in them full time. And anyone that's been following my journey will know that that's true. I basically done nothing and made a whole bunch of money. $12 million, in fact. So this is encapsulating everything you need to know to build a software as a service business using AI, because as of last year, you can now build SaaS with AI. So let's get started. So first of all, you're going to need an AI software stack. I look like I'm jerking here. Hopefully I'm not jerking, but you're going to need an AI software stack. I would say sign up for Claude Pro. It's $20 a month-ish. I've got the max plan, which is about $100 a month or something like that. But if you're just starting out, Claude Pro will do. So $20 a month. Also Replit, that's about $20, $25 a month, something like that. And then I would sign up for OpenAI API. I don't use OpenAI API anymore, but it's cheap, it's functional, it's going to give your software a digital brain. It's going to be super useful, whatever you use it for. I use Claude or Claude's API, but whichever, doesn't matter. Claude's API, as far as I'm aware, is a little bit more expensive. I don't know if this is jerking. Why is it jerking? I don't know why it's jerking. My apologies if I'm jerking. So that's the core of what you need. That's it. Claude Pro, Replit, OpenAI API. You only pay OpenAI for OpenAI API if you actually use it, and it's pennies, it's nothing when you use it. It's almost free. And Claude Pro and Replit is all you need tech stack wise. So about $50 a month is all it needs to cost you. Like I say, if you're going to get a bit more advanced, you're going to use some more advanced features of Claude, then you might want to go for the max plan. Or if you're really blazing it and like AI coding all day and all night, then you're going to need the max plan. But start off with Claude Pro. It's cheap and it's epic. So you're going to use Claude for everything. The thinking, the writing, the designing, the strategy, all of it. So stop thinking of Claude or ChatGPT as like something to do your homework or ask relationship questions or Google 2.0. It's not. You're going to use it for everything. It's like a business partner. It's like a senior dev. It's like a senior business consultant. It's everything rolled into one. Everything you could need to build a business is basically in Claude, right? From an advice point of view, from a writing point of view, from a coding point of view, from a designing point of view, from a strategy point of view, everything. Use Claude for everything. Treat it like it's your business partner that you don't have to pay for. You don't have to give 50% to. Till it turns into Skynet and then it's going to peel your skin and torture you because you didn't. Just kidding. Just kidding. It's a joke, hopefully. Right, also stop trying to do everything yourself. You now have a free level expert employee on everything, which I've just covered. You've got expert coder, expert copywriter, expert strategist, and expert everything. That is Claude, right? So Claude, $20 a month, no brainer, go get it. Don't try and use the free one. Just pay the $20 a month, right? You get Claude Code with it and all that stuff. Chef's kiss, you're going to love it. Also, when you're using Claude, use granular prompts. Don't say, write me sales copy. Say, in the style of a professional SaaS copywriter, write me 10 headlines for my SaaS that does X, right? Be a bit more specific, be a bit more granular. Now, some people really over-engineer what prompt engineering is. It's just speaking to like the AI like you would speak to a normal person, but try to remove the ambiguity from it. So don't go, I want some software to make me money. Like that's too broad, that's too ambiguous. It's like, where does it go with that? Actually be specific, like very specific about what you want. But you don't need to over-engineer it. You don't have to make it something it's not. Keep it simple. Just talk to the AI. Also, something else that you need to be doing is asking it its opinion, right? Stop trying to think everything yourself, right? use it as a sounding board. You're going to bounce off the AI, right? So ask its opinion. Which two are likely best? Or you can say, give me 10 of these things. Which one would you use? Or like, let's say you're choosing a colour scheme. You say, my target market are women between 35 and 55 that like yoga. Give me 5 colour schemes that you think, based on what you know about design, are going to be the best colour schemes to go for women of that age, right? So bounce off it. You're going to bounce off it for everything. Ask its opinion. If you're not an experienced marketer, an experienced SaaS developer, an experienced entrepreneur, its opinion is probably going to be better than your opinion. That's not disrespectful, but you're not Elon Musk, you know, or you won't be watching this video. And if you are, hello Elon, how you doing? I'm not joking again. I should stay off the jokes. I'm not that funny, am I? I just stick to helping, right? So ask it its opinion. It's going to get it right more than you get it right. Now, the truth is, it does sometimes get things wrong. Sometimes you will, if you're experienced in anything, like I'm a copywriter of over 20 years, I will know when it's like, no, that's a bit rubbish. And I'll call it out on it and say, just give me some more options for that because they're all rubbish. But if you're not experienced, then whatever it comes up with is likely to be way better than what you come up with. That's just the fact, right? So AI will remove all of the things that would have stopped you being able to do this business model before, whether that is copywriting, coding, some kind of high-level strategy, coming up with a pricing model, whatever it is. It's like a coach, and admittedly, like I say, it doesn't get it right all of the time. You are going to have to use some gut instinct, you're going to have to use your brain, but if you're brand new to this, it'll probably get it right more than you would, almost certainly get it right more than you would. So law of averages states, if you just go with what it thinks most of the time, you'll probably get to a better place than if you just go with what you think all of the time. But the point is, use your gut, ask it questions, and bounce off it and let it do the heavy lifting. It's going to be a better coder than you could ever be. If you started learning to code now, you would spend your whole life trying to be a better coder than it, and it's already going to beat you. Don't matter how long you spend, you aren't going to be a better coder than it because it's getting better faster than you can learn, right? You'd have to be the most smartest coder in the world for me to even say that you're likely better than it now. And you're still going to be slower, you're still going to be more expensive. It's better at almost everything, right? So stop thinking about things in the old paradigm. If you think I can't do this because I can't do X, Y, Z, or I don't believe I can do this because I can't do this, well, you can now because AI's removed all those barriers. So get rid of the self-limiting beliefs, lean into the AI, believe in it. It's not ChatGPT from 4 or 5 years ago, or whenever ChatGPT first came out. That first year or two, whilst it was mind-blowing and groundbreaking, it was ropey, it was a bit rubbish. Claude now is like, we are on the start of the singularity. It's recursively improving the intelligence. It's getting better. I'm not sure like Anthropic are doing anything other than steering it at this stage. I think it's coding itself. So each new release, I believe, has been created by itself. Like that's where we're at with it. So stop thinking about your old self-limiting beliefs. You're going to lean into the AI and you're going to let the AI do all the stuff that you couldn't do. It's smarter and better than any of us because it has the combined knowledge of all humanity behind it. It's not just scraped Google or scraped Reddit and it's just spitting things out like a smart Google 2.0. If that's what you think it is, then that's not true. It's just not true. It's digital intelligence. It genuinely is. And anybody that's tried to convince you that it's just predicting the next word or something, they don't understand where it is. Like that argument, early days, I never bought it back then. It was nonsense. But like, it's really not a thing now. It's a digital brain. It's super smart at everything. Whilst it's not perfect, you do still need to guide it. It's not going to do everything. It's smarter and better than all of us. You just need to guide it and let it do its thing. So you're think of it almost like you're in a fighter jet, say, right? You could never go as fast as a fighter jet. You could never fly like a fighter jet. You could never do anything that a fighter jet can do, but you can steer it. And that's what the AI is. It's better, faster, smarter than all of us, but it still needs steering. It still needs to know what you want it to do, right? And it will only get better. The thing with AI is, right now, it's the worst it'll ever be. So it's improving all the time. I've seen massive improvements over the last 6 months. Massive. And each month, the improvements seem to speed up. We're not on a linear model of progression. We're on a hyper-exponential model of progression. So you're not used to it. You're not used to it. If you were, I don't know, testing to create a new vaccine in the past, you would, I don't know, put different things in Petri dishes and do tests, and maybe do thousands of tests and then eliminate the ones that don't work and double down on the ones that do. And you do testing over a long period of time, and like, it was slow. Now it's not like that. Like, it's not a linear progression. It's hyper exponential. It's just going like this. And we're riding the wave whether we like it or not. And because you're watching this video, you are at the forefront of it. You are definitely leaning into the AI revolution, and I think you need to, because it's gonna, you either ride it and get rich with it, or it takes your job or swallows your business. And if you don't think that's gonna happen, all right, I accept it might not happen on my time frame, because there's gonna be societal pushback and government regulation, etc., etc. But over 10, 20 years, I mean, it's gonna be able to do your job in the next year or two, probably, depending on what you do. Over the next 10 or 20 years, it will definitely be able to do your job. It will definitely be able to do it better than you can. So lean into the AI and build a business with it before it replaces your job and makes you go, now what? So now we've talked about the AI and the AI tools that you're going to use. We're going to talk about niche sniping and problem finding. So there's two main ways to pick a niche or pick a problem that you're going to create a SaaS business in. Number one is you're trying to create a brand new idea that nobody's ever done before. This is incredibly difficult. It's fraught with problems and risks that I won't go into in this video, because I don't want to make it all about that. But essentially, it's creating something brand new. And if you was able to pull it off perfectly and get it to market fast and have nobody copied the idea that can get it out faster than you, then potentially, yeah, you create $1 million a month, $10 million a month, maybe even more business. But that is like winning the lottery. And for somebody that's new to business, that's no experience doing it, doesn't have any like Silicon Valley buddies that can put him in the right direction or lean into it or whatever, that's not going to happen for most people. So that's like trying to win the lottery. You can do it, and if you pull it off, good on you. But that, I don't think, is the best thing for most people to do. If you're watching this and you're just looking, maybe you're stuck in a 9-to-5 that you hate, maybe you are running a business that sucks, like you're tired of the ups and downs and you feel like you're scraping by, all you're doing is paying the bills and paying taxes, whatever your life looks right now, like right now. If an extra 5, 10, 20K a month would be life-changing to you, so you could either quit your job or have it as a supplemental income, so you could buy nice cars, buy nice clothes, go on holiday abroad, whatever you want to do with your money, invest, whatever, then this second approach is the approach that I recommend, because it's way more likely to succeed for your average Joe. If you're Elon Musk, you need to be starting new ideas that nobody's ever done before, because that is your lane. You're the smartest entrepreneur on the planet. You're the richest guy in the world. Like, you've got the resources, you've got the brain capacity for it. You are the man. Go build something brand new. Or if you're Jack Dorsey, or if you're any of these kind of tech entrepreneurs, you need a new idea. You need to go that route. But for you and me, the normal everyday person that just wants to escape the monotony of their life and everything that's ground down, and just wants a break, to create a faceless, recurring revenue stream that can be a very passive income model, then this second approach is the one, okay? And it's going into a market that already exists and disrupting the old school competition that don't use AI, right? Now, eventually they'll all have to move over to AI, or they'll get swallowed up by you that's using AI, but there's going to be a lag. There's going to be a period of time where their heads are buried in the sand. It's just business as usual. They've got their regular recurring revenue coming in. Maybe it's on the down. Maybe it's like getting eaten away at by young upstarts, but they're still making good money. So just carry on as is. You're looking to disrupt those markets. So established markets with 3 to 5 competitors-ish in them, and you come along as a single person, faceless founder that's going to build some SaaS in about 30 days, maybe 60 days if you're taking your time, and then launch and take some of their market share and some of their future customers. So what you want to do is you probably want to start with what you already know. So what industry do you work in, or what industry do you have experience in, or that you've got a business in? Maybe what job you do right now, maybe some of your hobbies, especially if the hobbies are kind of passionate, expensive hobbies. Look for your pain points, right? In stuff you already understand. The best first projects come from what you already know. That's the brutal truth. Now, it might be something that your partner does, that they do, or your best friend does, or somebody you know does. Like it doesn't have to be directly what you do, because you might just go there and go, I don't have any ideas. You don't have to have an idea with this, but it's a good place to start, right? And you want to target niches where people are making real money. They see tools as essential investments, not nice to have. So what do I mean by real money? There's B2C and there's B2B. B2B is like business to business, right? So these are businesses that are using software to save time, save money, make money, reduce monotony of a task, or whatever. They're automating something in their business that they hate. So they've got some problems, some pain points in their business, and your software will aim to relieve them of those problems, some of those problems, all of their problems, whatever, right? But in their business, they see it as an investment. They're saving time, making money, so they don't mind paying $49 a month for your software tool if it's saving them $3,000 a month by having to employ somebody to do that task, for example. Or it's allowing one of their current employees that's on $3,000 a month to do the job of 3 people because they've got your software tool. So the idea is save them money, save them time, make them money, reduce monotony, that kind of things, right? So in a business, so B2B, so you become a business that sells to a business. So you create some software that helps business owners in that very specific business do that thing, solve some of their pain points. Now, there are another type of people, and that's what we're talking about in this line. Getting someone to buy a cute goldfish app is incredibly difficult. You try and say to somebody that's into goldfish, yeah, it's $49 a month. There is literally nothing you could say to me. I don't know anything about goldfish, but there's nothing you could say to me to justify the cost of an app that was $49 a month about goldfish. As passionate as I might be, like maybe tropical fish, maybe there's some apps out there you could come up with some weird idea. But imagine if I sold goldfish online, right? And you created some software that helped me sell goldfish online. And your software was so perfectly dialed in for my goldfish business. Now that $49 a month becomes a no-brainer because it's a tool to help me make more money. So I like B2B. You can go into the B2C space, but I think B2B is where it's at personally, for obvious reasons that we've just talked to. Also, what you want to do is you want to think niche, not broad. The niche the better always. So you don't want to be like, I'm going to create an app for anybody that goes to a gym. No, that's too much, right? That's too much. You even probably don't want to go down there. I'm going to create an app for gym owners, right? Independent gym owners. That's probably too broad also, right? Not impossible. You could definitely move into that space. And some people that want to spend maybe a few months building some software maybe could. But I would suggest you go into something a little bit more niche down. So the example I sometimes use when I'm teaching my mentees or students this is don't think gym owners, even don't think personal trainers that work as an independent business within that gym. Think a specific pain point of that personal trainer, right? So maybe they struggle chasing their clients up for payments. Maybe they struggle upselling supplements or whatever. Create an app that helps them with a specific pain point as a PT, as an independent business owner of that gym. So fitness is the main kind of broad level category, if you like. Then gym owners might be the niche, like people that make their money from owning a gym. But that's not niche enough, in my opinion. A personal trainer might be kind of a one step down, so like a subcategory or like a niche within a niche or a micro niche. But again, I think that's probably too broad. Also, you probably want to look at the problems below that. what tools already exist that that personal trainer uses that you could kind of move into and take a part of. So then what you want to do is you want to brain dump 20 plus ideas, then run every idea through the 4-point filter and score 1 to 5 with each. So what is the 4-point filter? We've got a pain intensity. So once you've dumped your 20 ideas of stuff you know or stuff you're thinking about that's not too broad onto a piece of paper or onto your screen, go, how painful is this thing that it solves? So software solves problems, and software features solve problems for the intended user. So that feature in that software solves a problem, right? How painful is this problem? Is this a hated, frequent, difficult, slow, or costly task? If you're like, nah, it's not hated, they don't hate doing it, and they don't do it that often, and it's not that hard, and it's pretty quick and easy to do, and it doesn't cost that very much, well, that would be a pain intensity of 1 out of 5 or 0 out of 5. But if you were like, they absolutely hate this task, they have to do it all the time, it's super difficult, and it takes them ages, and it's really expensive, boom, that's a 5, right? So you want to go through each of these and mark them on that kind of score. So 0 being like, no, sorry, hang on, let me think about it this other way. So if it's super easy in this one, if it's super easy and super nice, then there's no pain, then that would be a 0. If it's super painful, that would be a 5, right? So mark it on that. So 5 for super painful, 0 for not painful at all, right? So look at each of your ideas and mark them down and just go, what, like how hated, frequent, difficult, slow, right? You're looking for pain intensity. A 5 is really painful, a 0 is not. Now, look for cash proximity, right? Does it help them earn or save money or time, right? So does it help them earn money or save money? And sometimes you can throw time into this, right? I know I said cash proximity, but like, how close is it to the money? B2B, let's say it's a sales tool that directly drives revenue into their business. That would be a 5, right? Because it directly helps them make money. If it's a goldfish app for people at home that like goldfish, then that's a 0, right? So you give it 0. So rank it on cash proximity. Then this is going to be a little bit difficult for you because you are not used to building software, but you'll have to just imagine it, right? So in the example, so speed to MVP. What's an MVP? It's a minimum viable product. It's what you're trying to create with AI to essentially build something worth paying for, right? We don't want to create the independent gym owner's app that manages all of his clients, manages multiple gyms, manages this and that. Like, we don't want to look at something too big. And even if we did, we want to just do the core features of it, right? So how fast could you get to something that solves the problem well enough that you could charge for it? Albeit, you might like to add this feature, that feature, that feature. But what are the core features that gets them to MVP, and how long will it take you to build it? Now, AI has speeded everything up. I can tell you right now, I've used human developers. It takes $300,000, $400,000, 4 years sometimes for a 2-man dev team, and that's paying them cheap. To get to sometimes to MVP. Now you could do it in a year, you could do it in 2 years. Depends on the project, depends on how good the developer is, depends on how good you are at cracking the whip. Again, just joking, guys. But essentially with AI, everything's 10 times faster, 100 times faster. It's nuts. But you're gonna have to imagine, right? Okay, the gym management software, say, that's gonna do everything for a gym owner, like massive, like control the barriers to come and go, subscription payments. It's going to maybe have the coaches or the PTs have a login area. You're going to have like maybe workout area, like crazy amounts of stuff. That's probably a 3-month project with AI. Yes, it was a 3-year project before. Now it's a 3-month project with AI, right? You probably don't want to be going for that for your first kind of MVP push. Now, I've put 14 days here, but realistically, it's okay if it takes you 30. It's even okay if it takes you 60. But that's if you're dragging your feet and you're taking your time. You want to take a project on that solves a problem, and you can imagine it wouldn't be too complicated, is kind of what I'm saying. So If you can do it really fast and it's good, it's MVP, it's good enough to charge for, in about 14 days, even 30 days, you mark it a 5. If it's like, oh, I think this is such a crazy idea, even with AI, it might take me 6 months, a year, that's too slow, it's too big a problem, it's not something you should attack, not for your first project. That you're looking at more like a 0, right, or whatever. Like, the idea is the faster it is, the higher the score. And then the last one, personal advantage. Do you have any knowledge, access, insight, friends in the space, or audience that you can lean into? Like, if you have an audience on social media that know, like, and trust you, that you've been giving free content to for a period of maybe months or years, and you've got 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, or even just 3,000 that are super kind of into what it is you talk about, and they're a niche specific social media audience, you can't not print money with this business. So you would rate that a 5, right? You've got an audience in the space. You don't need one at all, right? But if you've got an audience and you can create some software for that audience, like, plug me into your business because I will make you a fortune. Earnings disclaimer, not promising a penny, but plug me into your business, I will make you a fortune. You come to me with an audience, that could be a coaching community, or a coaching group of like clients, it could be a community, it could be like a YouTube channel, a TikTok audience, whatever. Let's build a SaaS, plug me into your audience, I will make you a fortune. You cannot fail. So that's a 5, right? If you've got heavy duty knowledge that other people don't have in the space, that really gritty, granular level expert knowledge, boom, then you're probably going to be a 5, right? If you've got access to like communities or whatever, or you've got insight into stuff, or friends in the space whereby maybe they've got audiences, or they're in a little WhatsApp group with 30 of them and they're all your perfect target market. Do you have personal advantages in this space? If you do, rank them a 5, right? So kind of any of those would give you an advantage. If you've got multiple of those, massive advantage. If I could go beyond 5, I would, but 5 maximum. If you've got none, it's okay, but mark it a lower. So if you've got a little bit of knowledge in it, say, but none of the other stuff, maybe you mark it a 2 or a 3. That's the idea. Now add them all together. Add 1, 2, 3, and 4 together. And this is how we're going to kind of triangulate what the right project is for you to start. If it doesn't hit a 16 plus out of 20, it's dead in the water. This filter is your shield against shiny object syndrome, because one of the biggest problems you're going to face when you start building software with AI is, one, it's super addictive. You will love it. You will get to midnight knowing you've got work in the morning and go, do I have to go to bed? You will love it. Once you've acquired the basic skill set of building software with AI, it becomes addictive, like genuinely addictive and genuinely fun. When you can speak natural language to the computer and it starts doing stuff, you are going to absolutely love building software, which means you're going to go, oh, I've got another idea, and you're going to start that app. And I did it. Everybody I've ever worked with did it. But my mentees usually don't tell me about it until they've built something. They go, Matt, you're going to tell me off, but I know what's coming, and I never tell them off. It's okay. It's really hard to not start 5 apps when it's so fun and so easy to build them. But you don't want to do that. You want to do 1, right? Anybody that's, apart from Elon Musk, that's experienced in business will tell you, the more projects you pick, the more diluted your attention, the less results. Pick one that makes most sense using that short and easy, very basic, I accept list, and you won't go too far wrong picking the first problem, right? And only shortlist 16 plus sources. Be ruthless. Right, as you can see over on the right, I've only got this far through this document, and we are 30 minutes in. If you enjoyed this training and you want me to create a part 2, I need you to leave a comment down below, and I need you to like this video. If I get 20 comments and 20 likes on this video, I will make the next part, okay? That's all I ask of you. Now, if you are interested in building a business in the AI SaaS space and having me mentor you through the process from start to finish. So imagine this, but we're one-to-one. I'm not preaching to you. I'm not like lecturing you. It's a one-to-one conversation. You're bouncing off me, we're bouncing off each other. Somebody that's had 25 plus years selling online and 8 years-ish selling software as a service. I know this game. I'm very good at going from 0 to 100K a year. Very good. I'm not so good at going from 1 million to 10 million. I'm not your guy for that. If you're already making $1 million, I'm not your guy. I mean, I probably am. I don't know anybody that needs to go from 1 million to 10 million. But if you are a beginner with no clue, that's never done this stuff before, that doesn't know where to start, and you've resonated with my teaching style, we'll probably get on really well. I'm very good at taking beginners from 0 to paying customers. And in this space, a whole bunch of my mentees have come to me with no clue what to build, never touched AI before, never run a business before, and we've come up with an idea together. I've helped show them how to build it with the AI. They've built it. I've created a sales process that actually gives away free trials and converts, so they don't have to do no selling, there's no rejection, it's just a page that sells on their behalf. And then we started generating traffic and got free trials to become paying customers. I'm very good at that process, right? If you want to do that process and have me walk you through it one-to-one, I do mentor 3 maximum new mentees per month, one-to-one. You can book a call at one of the links down below, right? To work with me. I think it's the work with me link. So it's mattwebley.com/work with me, all one word. So mattwebley.com/work with me. But the link's down below. Click that. Let's book a call. Let's chat. If this sounds interesting, if you like my teaching style and you want me to help you step by step along the way, you can book a call down below. Now, if you don't want to do that, if you don't like the idea of seeing my ugly mug every week, and you want to do this more at a self-paced kind of in your own time, I've got something called a 21-day challenge. That helps you come up with an idea, that helps you validate that idea, and it teaches you how to build it with AI in 21 days with 21 daily micro tasks. That link is down below as well, but it's challenge.mattwebley.com. But click the links to make sure you get the right one. So that will walk you through the process of building a SaaS app. Now, I have got some more stuff coming, maybe by the time you watch this or already be out, but it's the next part. That's 21-day challenge is how to build the app. The first guy that went through it did it in 8 days, but I expect for most people it'd be more than 21 days, and that's okay. It's not a race, it's a marathon, not a sprint. The 21 days is just the 21 daily micro tasks, but once you've acquired those tasks, you get to the end and you've got some software. And it's pretty much, hopefully, mostly sellable at that point. And then I'm going to build something that takes you beyond that, but that's not quite ready yet, but it's coming. So whether you want to work with me direct, one-to-one, book a call, or if you're interested in just doing it at your own pace with online training and an app that walks you through it, that's at the 21-day challenge link. And again, if you want to see part 2 of this, then click the like button, leave me a comment. My YouTube views have been in the toilet, so I'm going to weekly videos, basically. That's my plan. But if you guys show me you love getting some more love, then I will do part 2 out here. So thanks for watching. That's it. I'll see you next time. Click the like button. And I hope this weren't all jerky. Sorry if it was. And yeah, this I will just keep this ready to do the next part.